Alright, today I'm going to show you guys how to clean your Roland Mesh head. It's a PD120, and I'm also going to show you how to paint your shell and basically clean it up and give it a brand new look. If you've got an older one and your set looks kind of stock or plain, like this white one, I'm going to paint this one a matte black finish, so it's going to look pretty legit, and it's really simple, a little time consuming, but it'll be worth it once it's all done. So first you're going to take a drum key tool. You got 6 of these bolts. They come right off. Make sure you don't lose the plastic washer that goes on them, because you're going to need that. Anyway, the beauty ring basically pops right off. This is a Roland Mesh head, and it's 2-ply, so there's actually 2 of them together. You can use warm water, dish soap. Do not use bleach. Bleach will damage the head. I use warm water. You'll see the heads start to separate inside the tool, kind of space out a little. That's okay. Make sure you wash it thoroughly. Use a sponge. Use the soft side of the sponge. I usually put my hand underneath it, and then wherever I'm scrubbing, my hand follows, just to keep support for the head. Drying is easy. Just dab it with a paper towel, and then let it sit in the window in the sunlight. Let it air dry, basically. If a ceiling fan's on, that helps. If you want to speed up the process, I have a Kirby vacuum that has a blow feature, and it basically has like an air hose tool. I would not use an air compressor air hose tool, because that'd probably blow the mesh right in half. The Kirby one's not as powerful, so it's a gentle, kind of like a fast breeze, kind of like a can of air for a keyboard. So once that's drying, this is the inside. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take, I basically already unbolted everything, but I use a 1/4-inch socket. And for all the mounting hardware on the side, that's the size head. And then once you have them, they basically just fall right out. So once you take all these out, let's see, it's hard to do with one hand, but anyway, so once you pop all these out, it's not too bad. It's really glossy, shiny film material on the sides. So when you're painting, I'm going to show you how to be careful and not make any runs. Because if you make runs, it'll look like shit. Also, when you're painting, you want to cover the cone. Paper towel, tape, whatever. Just don't get any paint on it. These in here, I just use a crescent wrench to hold these bolts. And then I use my Black & Decker drill, and then these pop right out. And you also have these brass grommets washers that keep them from scratching. So there it is. And then we're going to show you how to take all that out. This thing's going to come off, which is, that thing's filthy, and you can clean those with really fine steel wool, and you can see how this one is blemished and looks like shit. This is after I hit it with steel wool, so it basically gives your drum set a really nice look once that's all shiny. Okay, so now I have all of the brackets on the outside off. And if you're lucky enough to have left your plastic wrapping sealant around the Roland logo on the side, then great. If not, you might want to tape that off, because it looks really good with the new paint on it and the shiny logo. This one's kind of scratched up. I'm going to go ahead and paint over the drum trigger bolts on the side, because they're no use in polishing. They're kind of like a dull steel. So anyway, like I said, painting on a shiny surface makes the paint want to run, so you want to hit it lightly. I'm going to show you how to do that. basically this can stay inside, and you're just going to paint it like this from the outside. The black rim on the outside, I don't care if I get that painted black, but if you're painting it a red or a blue or any other color than black, you do want to tape that off. It's really hard to take off because it's glued on, so any paint tape would work just fine. And for spots that's really hard to cover with tape, you want to get a dab of Vaseline, and Vaseline works really well to block paint. And once your paint's dry, you can just rub off the Vaseline and you're good. On the beauty ring right here, you can see where it's kind of rusty and looks old and looks like crap. Same thing works with the steel wool. All you have to do is pick a spot, rub a little, and then you can already see it starts to shine. Like I said, it's hard to do with one hand. Boom, shiny. Anyway, so I'm going to show you what that looks like after. Now let's start paint. Alright, you want to shake your paint can for at least 2 minutes. I know it sounds like a long time, but it's been sitting in the store for days and days and days and weeks, so that real thick paint sits at the bottom. I'm using Valspar Color Radiance flat black. This stuff's great. It dries really fast, like amazingly fast, and it's hard to run, and it also has a nice easy spray trigger. I didn't cover the cone because I've done this a million times and I'm not gonna paint it, but just in case, a little overspray is not gonna ruin it, but if you're new at this, you might want to cover it. So anyway, I'm going to start off with really light spray about 10 inches back, just to lay like a primer or a base coat. So once I've hit it, then this second layer of paint sticks to the primer. So what I'm doing is I'm spraying before I get to it, and I'm letting go, and I'm spraying and then letting go. So spray, let go, short burst, that way you don't get the runs. Okay, now that we've hit it, let's see. All right, no runs. Perfect. We're gonna go over this side too. Remember, 10 inches away, real light. Okay, now that that's clear, let's see if you can get a good look at it. It looks rough right now up close because it's still wet, but I'm going to show you basically what this looks like dry when I'm done. So I also spray painted the bracket. You can see what it looks like done. And what I did was I got a sanding block, light grit, and sanded it. So a lot of the scratches on the metal, obviously paint won't cover those, but for what I'm going for, this actually looks perfect. Those are all dents and dings from being knocked around, but it's actually exactly how I want it. So, and now let me show you what the tom looks like done. Okay, so it was done drying. I bolted it all back up together, and this is what it looks like done. I still have to go over some of the side brackets with some more steel wool, but this looks way better than just good old white. That's a fingerprint smear, by the way. My son's 4. Enough said. Anyway, I went over the ring with stainless steel. I still have to hit some of the corners, obviously, but I just wanted to get it on there so you could see what the paint looks like with it all done. And I love it way better than the white. And once this is on the kit, it's gonna look sweet because I've got about 6 of these. So I'll post another video once I get the whole rack up and done. I still have to do the PD100s, and I painted my rack too, so now I'll have a nice rack. Anyway, if you have any questions, shoot me, email, whatever. I don't usually do a lot of videos, but this one, I love drumming, so I had to do it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Later.